Welcome, guys. The new deck profile video. I know it's been a while. I apologize. It's been a while. But we got a new deck profile video that I've been enjoying. Red Purple Law. op-05. And I'm going to show you the deck list that I've been running with the Red Purple Law. And it's pretty good. I like it. This deck list is much better compared to 4.5. 4.5 was fun. I enjoyed it. But this one's a little bit stronger than 4.5. And this deck is like mid to strong. Like, you could basically win with this deck. It just depends though. Like, it's a fun deck. Like, you can basically do mega plays, or you just draw the wrong cards, your mulligans are really bad and all that, or you just draw the right cards, you do great plays and all that. It depends. Like, it depends on who your matchups are and what you do. So it literally depends. This deck requires a lot of thinking, but not too much thinking like Sakazuki. But obviously, for Law players, I love this deck. This is cool. Red Green Law is still good as well, but I'm enjoying this one more than Red Green Law as of now. So this leader, basically, you can only activate this once per turn. You basically bottom deck a 3,000 power or less character on their field, and you can play a 4 cost or less from your hand to the field on your field. So basically, you can bottom deck an opponent's character that's 3,000 power or less, and you can play a 4 cost or less from your hand to the field. So it's like a law ability, like you just shambles. The only thing is that you have to return 3 Dawn, so -3 Dawn to do the effect. So if you have 1 Dawn, 2 Dawn, you can't do it. There are some cards that makes you ramp up Dawn depending on what you play or what you have in the field, so we're going to get to that point. So I'll leave Law right here in the corner. Our first cards place that we do is for Gordon. So this is a very, very key card because most cards have 5 to 6,000 power characters. Like, for example, say you're going someone who plays Queen. You have this card, perfect. You can play that, use the effect, minus the Queen, it's a 3,000, and then use the Law effect, and then you bottom deck the Queen, and you just play a card from your hand. Note to self, before I keep going, if you bottom deck something, you don't have to play a 4 cost card if you don't want to. It's up to you. You can use the effect if even if you can't bottom deck someone on the other side, but you can play a 4 cost. You just gotta return 3 Dawn no matter what. When you use the effect, you return 3 Dawn no matter what. To use both effects or only the first one, not the second one, or the second one, not the first one, no matter what, you gotta return 3 Dawn. So, but yeah, for Gordon, really good. Definitely recommend it. Really good. So we're just gonna keep that right there for Gordon. Next one would be Otama. 2k counter at 1 cost, -2 to your opponent's character. I use it for 2k counter, but if you have to use the card to minus something with the Gordon combo, be my guest. But yep, Otama, 2k counter, 1 cost. Our next card is 2k Sanji. 2/3 2k Sanji. The one where you take a life, then you put 2 rested on, and also gains plus 2,000. You swing 7k, basically. I only play this if I'm going against a slow game. For example, like Rebecca, Queen, like very good. Like if you're going into Queen player, or Rebecca player, or any deck that makes you go slow, like they want to play the slow game, then play Sanji if you have them, because then you can take your life, even though you lose life, but you're getting cards in your hand, and you can make plays basically, and keep swinging 7/7/7. I mean, I will only use this effect like once or twice, depending on who you played against. You don't want to keep using the effect and then end up with no life, and then you get wrecked. So, but it's good for a 2k counter. So I love this card, and searchable as well with a certain card, which we'll get to that. Next set of cards is 3 Zoros. 4 is not bad, but I run 3. 3 is okay. It's a rush Zoro. Play it, swing 5, or you can play it from a Law effect. Not bad. I've seen people play what's it called? I'm sorry. Whoops. They play the Zoro, right, and then use Law effect, and they play another rush Zoro if they got 2 in hand to put pressure. It's a very good aggro card. So definitely 3 Zoros. If you want to run 4, be my guest, but I feel like 3 is the best match. So I run 3. Funny card we're running is Brook. Just 1 Brook. I was running 2 Brooks, but I decided to take 1 Brook out to put another card in. Having Brook is not bad. You put it down under swing for 6, and then you -2 to 2 characters. really good card. So if you have this card in the field, then you'll be able to swing. It survives. It's really good because then you can do some combos. You can get rid of like maybe two cards at most with the law effect, and then by swinging at them. So it's a 1K counter as well, 4/5. You can play this from law effect as well. So very good. So I just stick with one Brook, but if you guys want to run two or no Brooks, be my guest. But I stick with one. Our next card will be Ace. 7 cost, 7K power. Only bad thing is you can't rush because your leader's not a Whitebeard. So he's not a Whitebeard law. But you play this card and you -3 to 2 of their characters. So you can basically get rid of one character based on your playfield. And you can get rid of the other character with the law effect because they're -3. So very, very good. You're also good with the Gordon combo as well, because then you can -6 basically on one character. So very good. 2 aces is fine. I feel like 3 is a little too much. Don't run 1. 2 is definitely the best match, so I run 2. 2 is great. So that was all our red cards, other than the events. Our next cards, these are the key cards now for this deck, is Zorojuro. I run 4. You need 4 Zorojuro. What you do is every time you swing, you ramp up 1 Dawn and it's active. So a very good card. Very, very good card. The only thing is you have to be at 3 life or less. Law is at 4 life. So whenever they swing, just take the first life no matter what. If you have a Zorojuro on your field or your hand, very good card. Very good card. Or if you play this and you have 4 life, maybe your opponent won't swing, so you won't use the Zorojuro effect, but then you'll be at 4 life. That's fine. That's not bad. I mean, that's pretty much applies pressure to the opponent. But regardless, a very good card. You can play this from Law Effect or just play it on turn 2. If it survives, that's good. You can use this to swing at their low characters as well. If they use like a Makino Nami combo or Makino Izo combo, you can get a free Dawn. You just have to be at 3 life or less. You cannot do it at 4 life. And it's a 1K counter. So, yep, very good card. I like this card. So run 4 of those. Our next key cards is Searcher Law. This is a Searcher Law card. 3/5. No counter, unfortunately. No counter. It could search a Heart Pirates. Reveal top 5 for a Heart Pirates card type of card. You can even search this card as well. It's not just other than Law. It just any Heart Pirate type of card. It could even be events as well. So this is a very good card. You can only search though when you're swinging, and you have to be at less Dawn on the field than your opponent. So if you have even amount of Dawn or more Dawn than your opponent, then this card you can swing. You just can't use the effect because you don't have less Dawn than your opponent. So definitely play this card with the Law effect. If you were to, because you return 3 Dawn, and then you definitely be at less Dawn than your opponent, and then you just play this card, and then and then following turn you swing 5, 6, or anything, and then you just search. You get a free searcher. The only thing is it's a Heart Pirates card. It's not just anything. So, but very good card. I like this card. Very good. Our next card, or should I say our next playset, is Beppo. I run 4 Beppos, 1K counter, 4/5. Every time you swing, you gain Dawn, rested, but you have to have less Dawn than your opponent when you swing. So if you have even or over, the effect won't work. But you can also play as well. When you play this card, you gain a Dawn rested if you have less Dawn than your opponent, which, again, Law effect. And then you can play this card and you ramp 1 Dawn back. So very good. And then you just keep ramping a Dawn every time you swing when you have less Dawn than the opponent. So very good. 1K counter. Good card as well. Very, very strong card. Very good Beppo card. Our next strong card is the duo guys, the brothers, Sachi and Penguin. I assume they're brothers. But 2K counter, 4/5. Anytime you have 3 Dawn or less on the field, you ramp up 2 Dawn rested. So this is a very good card to play early, because if you have this card and you want to build a field, or you can bomb deck something on the opponent's turn, or on your turn, no matter what, play this card, because if you have, like, say you have 4 Dawn and you have to return 3 Dawn, you play this card, you get 2 Dawn back. The best play is you have 6 Dawn, right? And then you use your Law effect, and then you play this card, and then you ramp up 2 Dawn, and boom. You basically be at 7 Dawn next turn. 1 less Dawn than 8, but again, it's all about ramping with this deck as well, because if you keep using the Law effect and not ramping, then eventually you're not going to be able to have enough Dawn to even use the effect or use big swings and anything like that. Like, it's all about, like, applying pressure on the field with the Law deck, or this deck profile. So definitely a good card. 4/5. It's a 2K counter as well. So and very good early game card. So definitely play this early game so you won't lose that much Dawn. But yeah, very good card. That's Sachi and Penguin. Our next card is also good. Is Law, the Law blocker 4/5. Note to self: these are searchable as well, like Sachi and Penguin and Beppo from the Law 3/5 searcher. Even this card as well. It's a blocker 4/5 1K counter. When your opponent has 7 cards in hand or more, then you could use this effect, return a Dawn, and then play. You pick 2 cards from their hand, and then they trash it. So it's really good, especially good against like Whitebeard. If you're going against a Whitebeard player, they're always gonna have more than 7 cards, or at least 7 cards. So if they have like 7 cards, 8 cards, just play. You play this card first. Do not swing, even if you swing at a 5, 6. Say you swing at a Makino with your leader, and they have like 8 or 9 cards in hand. It don't matter. They will literally just pitch like 2 to 3 of the cards, so they could be at 6, and then let the Makino die, so the law effect won't happen. But then again, they still lose cards. So no matter what, play this card. Very good. Don't swing because you never know. They might just counter and then take life or let the person die. So you can't play the law blocker, which you can still. You just can't use the effect because they're gonna be at 6. So very good card. You can definitely play this from the law effect as well. So you can catch them off guard with this card, but very good blocker. I enjoy this blocker. Very good. Our next blocker, should I say, it's a very key card as well, is Kid. Having this on the field is very good because anytime you return a Dawn to your Dawn deck, you can get that Dawn back and then be set as active. If you return Dawn from your lead effect, then you can get 1 Dawn back from the 3 Dawn and it's set as active. So it's very good. It's only once per turn though. It's not every turn. So it's a really, really good card. And it's a blocker as well, 5/6 and a 1K counter. So I run 4 of these. This is an important card because you can definitely make plays with this card. Really, really good. So that's Kid. Very good. Our next blocker, yes, another set of blockers, is Queen. I only run 3. I don't run 4 Queens. I feel it's a little too much. 2 is okay, but I think 3 is the best for this deck. 3 Queens. Obviously, it's a 5/6 blocker, 1K counter. This is like the best blocker in purple. You play it, return a Dawn, and then you draw 2 and trash 1. You basically gain a card for this with this card. You can also do this if you were to have 10 Dawn, or you have your Kid on the field. You play Queen. You do your effect, right? You return the Dawn, do your effect, and then you get that Dawn back and set as active. And then, because of this card on the field. So it's very good to do these combos with the Kid and Queen. There's different law combos with this deck profile. That's why I love this deck. It's all about like doing combos and then making plays and all that. Well, but then if you want to win, again, it depends on what's in your hand and stuff. This is a fun deck. Like, it's very fun. Also, meta deck as well, but not super, super strong. Like, not busted. So 3 Queens. Very good card. You must run the Queens. So now we're going to our events. That's all the characters. Our first event card is very funny. Is this card? This is a Searcher. Very long, long card. The title, as you can see right here. It allows you to search a Straw Hat, a Kid, and a Heart Pirates type of card. It's only top 3. It's a Searcher. You can play this from trigger or just have 1 Dawn and play it. I like this card because you can get your Kid blocker, or you can get your Sanji for a 2K. You can get your Zora Rusher. You can get your Law blocker, your Law Searcher. Very good card. I like this card. I only run 2 because I feel like 3 and 4 is way too much. Because again, you waste a Dawn to search, which is good. You get a card, but then this is not a character. This is an event. So you definitely want to use this card like right away. If you get this from trigger it right away. So very good. So yes, very good card. That's why I run 2. You don't have to run it, but it's up to you guys. This is a really good card. You must run in this deck no matter what. It's Gamma Knife. I run 3 Gamma Knives. This is a 2 cost. You play it, you return 1 Dawn, you -5 to an opponent's character. This card is very, very beautiful against characters like, for example, 7, 8 Linlin. Because you play this, and then Linlin's at 3, you can use the Law effect to bottom deck it. And then play a card from your hand, or it's up to you. But very, very good removal card to remove the big characters. And on trigger, you basically could ramp up a Dawn instead of active. So If I were to trigger this early, I would definitely trigger it. Like if you get this card early from the first life, just trigger it so you can ramp a Dawn and then you have more Dawn. So very good card. Very good card. Gamma's a must. Our last card is Radical Beam. I run 2 Radical Beams. I wouldn't mind running more. The thing is though, I'm running the Searcher event. So if you want to get rid of the Searcher event, run 4 Radical Beams. That's fine. That's up to you. I like 2 Radical Beams because, you know, it's a good card to defend yourself. 2 is not bad. 3 is good. 4 is like just great, but too many events. That's the thing. Don't have too many events. I'm running how many events? I'm running 7 event cards in this deck. So yeah, don't run too many events. That's why I'm only running 2 Radical Beams. The Gamma is a must. You need at least 3 to 4, but 3 is fine. And then the other one's a Searcher. I only run 2. I could run 1, but I think it's either 2 or none, and then replace it with a Radical Beam. But yeah, Radical Beam plus 2,000. If you have 2 life or less, plus 4,000. And then on trigger, you could gain Give Your Leader plus 1,000 for the turn. So good card, and it feels good to have it back. You can run more than 1 now. So, but I used to run 1, but now I'm back to running 2 because 1 is 2 less. But yep, that's it for the Red Purple Law. Hopefully you guys enjoy this deck profile. You guys can change it up. You guys can suggest stuff. Try it out. Let me know how you guys do in locals or matches or sim or anything. I appreciate it though. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, guys.